I'm from Now Why. I came down here to build the guard on Richmond has a lot of history. So we've been going around and doing a lot of filming, and we filmed the different Confederate statues that were taken down. There's one that's still standing. Or actually, it's two that's still standing, but one that's on Monument Ave. And recently, that these things have been recent. Like being in the atmosphere while that was taking place. I mean, how did you see it? What was your experience in terms of like what's been happening? Like, and because Richmond or Virginia itself is the home of the Confederates, and you being a young black man, how do you see that? What's your experience with that?
I was 100% out there, pulling him out here, trying to go out there in March. He didn't want me to go out there. It was unsafe, but he came out there, went back. When it died down a little bit, one of my friends, he's a couple years older. You know, I was out there heavy, pushing it. Yeah.
So you was out there doing what?
Marching, everything. Talking, listening to the mayor out there speak at the monument.
And what did you think about what the mayor had to say?
He wasn't saying nothing.
He wasn't saying nothing.
He wasn't saying nothing. What he was saying, what he thought we wanted to hear. Like the usual.
Politics.
Yeah. Politics as usual.
What would you like to see done in the city?
Of course, it's good to get rid of the monuments and change the names of schools.
Because they still have some schools that are named after.
They changed them. I don't know if Stonewall Jackson might still be the same, the middle school, but I know they changed.
That's the statue that we visited, right?
They changed Robert E. Lee to Mechanicsville. No, it was Lee Davis. So it was Jefferson Davis, right?
General Lee,
Robert E. Lee,
and Jeff Davis together.
Yeah, so it was Lee Davis, and they changed it to Mechanicsville. And then it was the Freeman Rebels. They were the Rebels. They changed their name to the Mavericks. So there's a few changes like that, but I feel like nothing. I feel like just
that's
like
not
name,
enough. That's not enough for you.
I feel like I don't know what we can do or like what the city can do, but I feel like namesake isn't gonna do anything. Like change the names because the people still in the schools are racist. The people still in the areas are racist. So I feel like just getting rid of statues and changing names of schools isn't gonna change how people think.
I mean, you have experience with racism?
Not much. Microaggressions, you know.
Microaggressions.
Yeah. Yeah, nothing major.
I mean, so when you say microaggressions, can you give an example of that?
Oh, just like jokes about stereotypes and stuff like that, like fried chicken, watermelon. You know, you know how it goes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about that, God? Like the whole, what's going on in the city? And
it was great to change some of those names. You know, those statues have to come down though.
Most of them have.
Right. Well, you got to get rid of the other ones.
Because there's two.
There's those two. The other two got to go too. So changing the name is great. You know what I'm saying? And as he said, if you don't change the hearts and minds of the people, you know what I mean, the treatment of the people is not going to change. How things are still done is not going to change. So, but by replacing these names, the young coming afterwards, you know what I'm saying, we're kind of, you know what I mean, wiping that history away from them, you know what I mean, so that when they go into the high school, it's not Lee Davis, it's Mechanicsville. You know what I'm saying? That kid in elementary school right now, by the time he gets ready to go to high school, you know what I'm saying, that high school would have been established as Mechanicsville High School, not Lee Davis High School. And this kid would only know Mechanicsville High School. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I feel like it's important for like
so replacing
black students to like You're going around wearing a shirt that says you're a rebel. That has Confederate history. As a black student, I feel like there's a major problem with that. Going around saying, yeah, I go to Lee Davis High School. You have to walk around with these names. So I feel like that was a major thing.
Yeah, they had to change the names. It was a slap in the face. And it's sad that it took this long. It's sad that it took this long. I believe, and I don't believe in anything. I know that George Floyd was the straw that broke the back.
Right. So that's what kind of like led to the taking down of the statues.
That's what led to taking down those statues. That act itself was so blatant that even the blindest 85er could see. That right there was a moment of the veil being removed. You know what I'm saying? Fresh cut, somebody snatched the band-aid off. You know what I mean? It was an eye-opening thing, you know what I mean? Sorry that brother had to lose his life. And I'm a little, have mixed feelings about, the individuals who were around. How could you watch? You know what I mean? How could you watch something like that and do nothing? You know what I'm saying? One brother was an MMA wrestler or fighter or whatever, and he didn't do anything. The cowardice, you know what I'm saying? That, our lessons are real, God. The devil put fear in him when he was a baby. Yeah, you can see it. He did nothing while a black man died right there on his watch. Who cares about your testimony in court? He's dead. His daughter will never see him again, and you could have done something to stop it.
But I feel like it's also a thing with policing in the country, because like you would second guess stepping up to do something because nothing's going to happen if they shoot you. So it's just like, do I want to be that guy that's next?
That's going to get shot.
Yeah, because nothing's going to happen to him if he does it.
Right.
So I feel like that's a major thing, and like the image that police are held at from like our whole lives, basically, like they're like above the law, above everything, the holy power basically that enforces everything. I feel like it's a big fear instilled in the people.
They'll plan the fears. that's a fact.
Why does he fear now that he's a big man? You know what I'm saying?
Dealing with the wrong fool. I mean, we know
again, back to your degrees, back to your lessons. So, we have to work on, for one, it should have been, that brother could have did something. That brother could have did something. Even at, a little jerk movement, you know what I'm saying? A little, you know what I mean? Stomping to your feet, you know what I mean? Fronting like you getting ready to run up on the cop.
Yeah, so you could. I think about that, because I'm actually.
And what he said too.
No, it's real, because I think about watching the Derek Chauvin guy on top of George Floyd, and I'm thinking like, damn, like in my sense, like I'm putting myself in the shoes of the camera person, like yo, rush the dude, like rush him, jump on him, but then I'm also thinking, yo, I could be shot right then and there.
True, but
you see what I'm saying? But the devil planted fear.
Yeah. See, here's the thing, God. The word courage or being courageous, it does not mean absence of fear. It means in spite of fear, you are able to do something. That's what being courageous is. That's what having courage is. Meaning being able to, despite having fear as well. You know what I'm saying? And Yeah, it's a possibility. It's a possibility you could have been shot. It's a possibility you could have been billy clubbed. It's a possibility the other cops could have got up and handcuffed you and charged you with, you know,
all these things, right?
giving you an assault charge if you hit the officer, or giving you a, you know what I'm saying, interrupting, you know what I mean, their procedure, or whatever the case may be. All those things can happen.
Yeah.
But it wasn't worth his life.
It wasn't worth his life.
You see what I'm saying? So we have to look at it that way too. Now, yeah, you know, it's a possibility. But in that situation right there, they wasn't gonna shoot nobody because there's too many people around now. Everybody knows that these people that were unarmed. Now they also see him on his neck. You know what I'm saying? And put his hand in his pocket. That means guess what? Guess what? Not only am I putting my hand in my pocket to put more weight on this guy, but I don't fear that y'all are gonna do anything. That I could put my hands in my pocket. Cause I don't have, the cop didn't have, Chauvin didn't have any fear that you was gonna do anything, that the bystanders was gonna do anything. Cause he's not in a position of defense or anything. He got his hands in his pocket, chilling on this dude's neck. So, you know, I'm saying, at what point in time do we choose our brothers? At what point in time do we choose our sisters? At what point in time do we say enough is enough and say stop? And, you know, throughout history, we've been given lessons. Malcolm said by any means necessary. You know what I mean? Throughout history, you've been given lessons that, you know, at some point in time, you got to stop this. You know what I'm saying? I would rather die on my feet than keep living on my knees. All through life, you've been given these lessons. You know what I'm saying? You know, Caucasian yelling out, give me freedom or give me death. Throughout history, you've been given these, you know what I'm saying, examples. At what point in time do we say enough is enough?
If Mecca did this.